You're listening to the European Parliamentary Research Service podcast on blockchain-enabled e-voting.
Endless queues of polling stations, lengthy manual counts, accusations of fraud. These could all become history if online voting becomes the rule. But is blockchain technology the key to secure and transparent e-voting? The vote is open.
Modern life is increasingly digital. Today we follow courses, do our shopping and banking online. But despite this digitalisation, we still stick to paper when voting.
However, some say the question is not whether e-voting will ever become the rule, but when this will happen, potentially leading to faster, cheaper and more simple electoral processes, which could in turn increase voter turnout and develop stronger democracies. So what are the options?
Well, there are many choices to be made. Using the internet or a dedicated network, asking voters to attend a polling station or allowing unsupervised voting, using our mobile phones and laptops or specialised devices.
And now there's yet another choice: to continue trusting central authorities to manage elections or to use blockchain technology to distribute an open record amongst the voters.
But is blockchain the revolution in security and transparency that is needed to enable e-voting? And if so, what implications could it have for the future of democracy? The debate is open.
The blockchain protocol is a means of logging and verifying records that is transparent and distributed. Usually, votes are recorded, managed, counted, and checked by a central authority, but blockchain-enabled e-voting would allow voters to do this themselves by allowing them to hold a copy of the voting record.
This kind of e-voting system has been used in internal party elections in Denmark and for shareholders' votes in Estonia. So can we envisage the rise of virtual avatars of national administrations built on blockchain technology?
Well, next to security and transparency, there are many other issues to be considered, like coercion, for instance. This is a threat common to all voting systems offering participation outside the safety of private polling booths.
By giving citizens too many options, blockchain-enabled voting could also complicate things and diminish accessibility. And there's also the question of anonymity.
Although paper votes are often thought to be anonymous, codes link each voter with their ballot paper. So far, we have trusted national authorities to secure the codes and prevent misuse, but this could be more difficult in the transparent blockchain system.
Another key question is how to ensure widespread trust in security and legitimacy of the system. One of the core principles of democratic elections is that, regardless of the result, citizens must have trust in the legitimacy and transparency of the process.
But blockchain's complex protocols could make it difficult for the public to develop this trust. So is blockchain-enabled voting a small step towards the secure systems needed to develop e-voting, or is it a revolutionary development that could bring about digital elections in the coming years?
Well, that remains to be seen. What's clear is that blockchain does not just digitalise the traditional voting process, it proposes an alternative with a different set of values and a different political basis.
Traditionally, the authorities manage elections. They are black-boxed, centralised and top-down. Blockchain proposes just the opposite. Managed by the people, they are transparent, decentralised and bottom-up.
Even if blockchain technology is the breakthrough in security that is needed to enable e-voting, its success also depends upon whether we are ready to accept the values and politics that it represents.
Also, even if EU law does not directly govern the voting systems of member states, its laws on privacy, data protection for voters and accessibility for all citizens need to be taken into account.
Even if technological advances provide new solutions every day, the switch from paper to electronic ballot boxes is more complicated than we might think.
You're listening to the European Parliamentary Research Service podcasts.